We're learning more about the scary shooting at a high school in Taft, California. It turns out the suspect was bullied and he had enough ammo to take out a lot of people. Thankfully, he was stopped before that happened. I'd like to welcome attorney and corporate legal advisor AnneElise Goetz to Primetime. Thank you so much for coming to share with us about what we can do if our children are getting bullied or if we have a child that's a bully.
Thanks for having me on to talk about this. It's a really important topic, and all those parents out there, I'm really sure, are interested. Kind of as you mentioned, we recently had the Union Taft incident, and while everyone's talking about gun control, and it's a debate that this country should be having, we should also look at one of the underlying issues when we have violence in schools, and a lot of it stems back to bullying. And we see the violence both with any kind of pushing, shoving, threatening in school. When the bullied victim feels that they don't have another way out and they commit suicide, we see that a lot. And then when they finally retaliate against a bully, putting the entire school community in harm's way. And so the best thing to do is address the bullying before it takes on this very violent nature.
It's a snowball effect. I mean, usually everything that I've learned, all the classes I've taken on child psychology and whatnot, the bullying stems from something that's going wrong in if there's not a mental disorder in the house, or it's, or the child doesn't feel good about themselves, so they're taking it out on kids. It could be many factors, but something's wrong with that bully. A healthy, normal child is not going to bully.
Yes. Especially in those younger years too.
Yeah.
And if you're a parent and you think that your child's being bullied, or you know your child's being bullied, it can be a very frustrating prospect, but there are things that you can do. And kind of your three lines of defense here are to use a school administrative process, followed by criminal charges, and then maybe filing your own civil lawsuit. So starting with the school administrative process, California, in response to the bullying that's been going on, in particular Seth's Law, a student that committed suicide, has recently beefed up their anti-bullying laws. And as a result, if you are a parent and you submit a problem with bullying, they have a strict timeline that the school has to follow in order to address it. They also have to, they have additional rights and remedies to remove that bully from the classroom. And a nice advantage is they can also remove the victim, put them in a different school system and give them a fresh start, which can be so important for a young child that feels as though the entire school is against them. And before they get to that violent criminal aspect, get them out of the school that they're currently in. A lot of parents do use the school administrative process and are upset with the results, don't feel like their concerns are being adequately heard. Yeah. And so the next thing to do as a parent is take a step back and think, if this same action was occurring not at school, not in the schoolyard, not on the bus, would it be illegal? Are we talking about threatening, punching, harassing, cyber attacks? All those things are illegal. So if they're illegal in school, they're illegal out of school. And so what you should do is sort of become your own investigator and put together all of your evidence of your child being bullied. With cyber attacks these days, it's easy to print off a Facebook page, take a screenshot of a text message, any emails that your child has received, print them out, take them to the law enforcement authorities, and see if they're willing to pursue criminal charges.
Nobody wants their child to be victimized, and that's exactly what their child. They're getting, if somebody's bullying your kid is now a victim.
Exactly.
End of story. So are there resources that you know of that will help parents if they're in this situation?
I think that if you look at the National Bullying Prevention Center, they have excellent resources, they have great facts and statistics, and just know the California law too, because it really has been beefed up in the last few years in order to help parents address these issues. And then finally, if you go through a school administrative process without any success, file criminal charges without any success, or they aren't willing to file the charges, you can file your own civil lawsuit, because criminal versus civil, you need the state to actually take action to file a criminal lawsuit, but you can file an action on behalf of your child against the bully in civil court. And let me tell you, you know how you were saying that bullies, there's a problem at home, and if you've gone through the administrative process and the bully's parents aren't coming and participating, if you file a civil lawsuit with monetary damages attached, that will get the parents' attention.
Yeah, nothing hurts people like their pocketbooks, right?
Exactly.
That's, a blanket statement. Obviously, there are different situations that we need to be aware of. And what if you were the parent and you find out your child is the bully and you didn't even know that? What do you do then? What is your, and people are coming at you, do you have any legal recourse?
I mean, the best thing that you can do is intervene with your child, because unlike when you and I were in school, at this point in time with the cyberbullying, you may not even realize what's going on. I mean, when I think about bullying back when I was in high school, it would happen on the schoolyard, on the school bus, and it was generally guys pushing and harassing
girls
someone.
can be pretty mean.
But when it comes now with the Facebook and the burn pages, and you've got to watch your girls, because if, let's say that they've been found guilty of cyber harassment, that is up to a year in prison, $1,000 fine. That's your child. So you need to be having those conversations and knowing that it's so much more than a popularity contest. But there could be
insecurity problems. No mean girls. No mean girls. No mean boys. Let's just all get along and be nice and be compassionate to one another.
It makes it for a much safer community in the school for everyone.
Thank you so much. I hope this straightens out a lot of issues for you folks and parents, future parents. Knowledge is power. All right, we got to take a quick break. Stick around. We'll be right back.